mean that I didn't know that God was going to bring something good
Hmm.
out of that.
What is the something good?
Yeah.
Aw,
Okay.
guys, I am something
Yeah.
good. You don't know, no now.
All right.
Hello,
Hello,
guys.
guys.
Welcome
Welcome
to
to the
the
Precious
Precious Wealth
Wealth
YouTube
YouTube channel.
channel.
Welcome.
Yay! My name is Precious.
My name is Wells.
You're welcome to our channel.
You're welcome. If you are a returning viewer, you're welcome back and thank you for joining us again.
Thank
And if you
you.
are watching us for the very first time, thank you for joining us as well, and
Yeah,
you are welcome.
you're welcome.
If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do. Please watch our previous videos if you have not, and comment,
Drop
like,
a
yeah,
comment.
drop comments if necessary, and then like our video.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about what are we talking about? How we met.
Arguments, yeah.
We're going to be talking about how we met ourselves, how we started our
This,
relationship.
yeah.
It is weird, but yeah. So we're going to be talking about how we met. So should I start first or you start?
Yeah, yeah, you go first. Yeah.
Okay, let me say my own part of the story of how we met. Okay, so um, we met while we were still in school. We both attended the same school, University of Ilorin, Kwara State. So that was where we met ourselves. So I have a friend who happens to be his coursemate and also his friend back then in school. So this friend of mine was also my neighbor then in school. We stay in the same hostel. So then our room is just, our room is just directly opposite each other. So then this friend of hers, we are in the same
Yeah,
department,
same
right?
apartment. Yeah.
So there is a group, I think a group of 10,
Group of 10.
yes, reading group, reading partners, and also praying partners. So they came together. They are all in the same department. They came together to, create a group of readers studying together and also praying together. So then they usually fix meeting points for themselves, and sometimes they used to meet in my hostel, that my friend's place. So that used to be their meeting point sometimes. So then when they come around, I used to see him and other group members, and I just used to greet them normally, just a distance. Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. Hi. How are you? I'm fine. And that was all. And this continued for a while, just distance greeting, and that was all. That was all the relationship we had then. No talking relationship. We've never spoken to ourselves other than good
Good
morning.
morning.
How
Good
are you?
afternoon.
Fine. Nothing more, nothing less. So then it continued like this until I think, okay, then at a point I usually sell, while I was still in school, I sell some stuffs. I sell egg then in school just to, have some kudi cash. I sell egg. I sold egg while I was still in school. I sold air freshener.
Yeah.
Yes, I usually made air freshener myself. I,
Perfume.
I make some things myself, chemical
Yeah.
products. So air fresheners, perfume, and also I used to make them and I used to sell to my fellow students back then in school. I used to sell egg too. So this brother here, I just noticed that all of a sudden he started patronizing me. He used to buy eggs from me. He used to buy air fresheners from me as well. So normally I just thought, thank you, brother. Thank you
Good
for.
customer.
He was a good customer back then. So there was a particular day he came to me that he wanted to buy egg. I think half crate of egg that
Yeah.
day. He said he wanted to buy half crate of egg. So I told him that, oh, I'm sorry, I have not gone to collect egg from where I used to get egg from. So he said, I should not worry, that I should take the money. He's willing to come back any day I have egg. So I was like, if you step out of this place, you will see there are a lot of places where they sell egg. So you can just, get egg from one of these shops and go to your house. But he insisted on getting the egg from me and he paid in advance. So I was like, oh. maybe this
As
brother,
a good customer.
which good customer? That was not a good customer anything.
No.
I'm not sure
Ah.
I really needed the egg then. So it's just a way of, well, so
You.
he dropped the money, and some days later, I told him that the egg is ready. When one of the days when they came for their meeting, so he picked up the egg that particular day. So in my mind, I was like, this brother did not really need the egg, oh. Just well, then I wasn't thinking of anything within me. I just thought I just saw everything as normal. Then I had
Which it was normal.
it wasn't normal. It was later I realized that it was not normal. But then I thought it was just a normal thing.
Okay. Oh.
So fast forward to my 300 level second semester, I went on high tea, although still in Ilorin, but not around my school area, not around my hostel, somewhere else in Ilorin. So, but I used to come back to my hostel during the weekends because of my fellowship, the fellowship I attended then back in school. So one of the days while I was in my place of IT, my workplace, a call just came in from a strange number, and hello, who is on the line? This my humble brother introduced himself that he's the one on the line. I was like, oh, okay, why is this brother calling me?
Good customer.
You're just focusing on your good customer. Well done. So the brother called me and he said, okay, is this so 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 person? And he just wanted to greet me. And I was like, oh, wanted to greet me. Okay. So I thought maybe because maybe he got to my hostel and he didn't see me. So maybe he asked after me from that my friend, and she told him that I was not around then. So he just got my number and decided to check up on me. Innocently, that was my thought at first. So I just said, okay, thank you, sir, for calling me. And the next day again, he called me and said he just wanted to greet me. And I was like, ah, you greeted me yesterday. You are greeting me again today. You don't turn to Mr. Greeter. So the third day or thereabout, he called me again and said the same thing. He just wanted to greet me. And I was like, okay. Now I think something is smelling. There's something fishy here. So I was like, okay, this brother is up to something. This greeting is not normal.
Not ordinary.
It's not ordinary. Like, did you greet me like that yesterday? We are not friends. We are not really, other than distance greeting and once in a while when it comes to buy things from me, from my place, from my hostel then. So I said, okay. So then one of the days he called me again and said, okay, that he would like to see me. And I was like, okay, now
We
what I'm
know.
thinking is actually true.
Mm, mm,
Like that moment, that instant, I already said, oh, okay, this brother is actually up to something.
mm.
So in my mind, I already knew what he wanted to see me for, what he wanted to see me for. So I told him that, okay, one of the weekends, whenever I come to school, whenever I come to my hostel, I will let him know so that, okay, he can come and see me for whatever he wants to see me for. So that day, he came. And no, when I got back to my hostel, I told that my friend that okay, this brother called me and said he wanted to see me. She acted like she knew nothing. She just said, I should I should just I should
Wait
tell
and
him
see.
yes, and I should wait and see and I should wait and hear what he wants to say. Meanwhile, he already met her and told her what his intention was then, but she acted like no, she knew nothing. So that day he came and told me what was in his mind. And he told me he reacts before coming. It was later on when we were already friends, when we were already, close. He now told me that he reacts before a mirror, before
I
coming
had
to
to
me.
now. No. Yes, how to.
So, and I would say he tries small, small, sha,
Never mind.
small. He tries
Okay.
small.
Oh.
So he told me that okay, and I was like, because then I was like, this brother, no verse. So in my mind, I didn't tell him. But what I told him there was that okay, you should just give me some time. I will get back to him. So that was what I told him, and that ended there. But within me, I was like, no way, no, there's no way this is going to happen because it was not my, should I say, my spec.
Oh.
I I had I had I had a spec then. Like there were a number of friends I had then, and there's a particular kind of brother I am naturally attracted to. So it was, but it didn't meet that category.
Hey.
It didn't meet that then, Sha.
Hmm.
But now, mhm. So then I was like, no. And one thing was that one funny thing is that then, as much as I am attracted to to this particular type of brothers, if those type of brother, there at least a number of them came to me then to tell me that okay, they are interested in me and they would like us to start something, even though we were friends. And me myself, I know that okay, I like this person and I would like to be in a relationship with this person, but my spirit is always not just permitting me to go into relationship with all of those previous people that have come to me, even though myself, I just with all of my body, my soul and everything, I just want to agree and go into relationship with them. But my spirit is always fighting me not to do it. Okay, let me just give an example of a particular brother. This particular brother, I like him naturally. Like, he was someone I like so much then, back then. And he came to me and he told me his intentions then. And I normally, I would have jumped and just accepted him then. But my spirit was not just permitting me, like, was not permitting me at all. Like, there's always this, what would I call it, there's always this struggle within me not to, just as if I'm about to do something terrible, I'm about to do something bad, I'm about to commit a sin, even though we're not committing a sin in quotes. But just accepting that particular brother is always um making me feel somehow. So, but this particular brother, I struggled for a while. I I wanted to, but my spirit was not permitting me. But along the line, I just decided to do what I want. Then, so I told him that okay, it was for a very long period of time, and that brother was not willing to let go. Like, it was always on my case then. So then I told him that okay, after all, I like you normally. It's just that my spirit is not permitting me, but may I like you. So, although I didn't tell him that I was saying this within me. So I told him that day that okay, yes, I have agreed, and he was so happy. But that moment, starting from that moment, I lost my peace. I just lost my peace. And me getting home that day, I couldn't do any other thing. I couldn't sleep when I was supposed to sleep. I could not sleep. I could not sleep. I lost my peace totally. Like, my mind, I was feeling guilty, like I did something terrible, something bad. Like, my spirit was just fighting me within me. So I had to pick up my phone that night. It was in the afternoon. I gave him my reply. So that night of that
Not me.
same
Oh.
day, not him. It was another brother, Sha,
Okay.
someone I like naturally. Like me myself, I like the person, but my spirit was not permitting me.
Yeah.
So that same night of the day I gave him the answer, I picked up my phone and I sent a message that okay, brother, so person, I told him that okay, I'm sorry, what I told you in the afternoon is no longer valid. I am sorry. I Please just pretend like I didn't say it. Please just throw away whatever I say in the afternoon because I didn't mean it. And I told him that we are not in a relationship, that it should not be angry, that I know that what I did is not something I should have done. But and I sent that message to him. And that moment I regained back my peace. That instant I was able to, my body system came back to normal and I was able to sleep that day. And many other ones like that too. But for him, when he came, I was actually expecting that I would feel that same way because I usually feel that particular way whenever um brothers come to me. Then I usually feel that way. But I was expecting that okay, I will feel that same way for him. But along the line, I was waiting to have that particular feeling, but that feeling was not coming. So I didn't even do anything. I just told him I'll get back to him. And me, I went about doing my my own
Right.
thing. I wasn't even looking at his side because normally I didn't like him then. And I told him. So then I told him. So but now he's actually my husband and I love him so much.
Congrats.
So along the line, my husband, I say my husband, my friend called me that okay, at least if I'm not interested in this brother, I should just let him know instead of me wasting his time or just keeping him waiting for long. And then he really doesn't really call me then after he told me his intention. He used to call me once in a while just to probably greet me and just to say hi, but he doesn't call me continuously. Probably
Yeah.
not. He was just careful not to
Influence.
influence my
This.
decision then. So it won't be like, okay, he's calling me so that my decision will be influenced, that okay, I should accept him at all costs. He just wanted me to accept him naturally if I am convinced. So that was why he just left me and gave me the time I needed. He was calling me once in a while, but not regularly like that. So then along the line, when I didn't get this particular feeling I used to get, I I actually now went to God and I was like, okay, God, what is happening? I I am interested in your will. So what is your will for me? Is this brother your will for me? And God gave me some confirmation that he is the one. So but it was really hard for me to accept him within me then because I didn't want him. I wanted another person. But what will I do? So I just said okay. And then we had no level of friendship at all. So that even
Mm.
was part of what was making it very difficult for me to accept him at that moment because we were not friends. We had no talking relationship. We were not friends whatsoever at all, aside from the greetings and once in a while when he came to buy something from me. So it was very difficult for me at that moment. But I just told him that okay, I have I have gotten my confirmations and we can go on. So and I think he was happy. Were you happy?
Yes, then I was.
So I
I
think
was
he
happy
was
that day.
happy that day. So that was on 6th of July
After
2019.
3 months.
Yeah, that was I gave him my reply after 3 months. He told me his intention in April 2019, and I gave him my reply July 6th of July precisely. So it was about 3 months thereabout. So that was how we started. And guys, guys, it
It
was
was a
it was a
disaster. Bad.
disaster, a very big one. It was a very big disaster. It was a mess.
It was
Like
so going like,
it was a mess. So let's just stop here. Let me
let's
just
leave that
stop here.
for
So
next.
okay, maybe we'll just do a part two of this. So where we'll talk about disaster, guys. If not for God,
It's not for God.
we no go day here. Oh. But
We don't
God,
do it
God is
together.
very intentional about us,
Yeah, that's it.
and He has plans for us. That is why we are married today. So let's just leave that for our next video. We are going to post that just next after this particular video. So please do well to watch it so that you can learn from our story.
Yeah,
We have a
I
story.
missed it then.
Yes, we made a mistake and we would like you to learn from our mistake. So watch our next video to know what the mistake is, to know what the mistake we made is, so that we all can learn together. Okay. So that is my own part of how we started our relationship, how we met, and how we started. Yeah, but it was a disaster. Watch out. So tell us your
Okay.
own part.
Where should I even start from?
Anywhere, start from the beginning.
Okay, let me just say, let me say something about God's time.
Okay.
Like God's time is the best. Comparing the year I finished my secondary school
Mm.
to the year I gained admission
The
to university,
distance is
like
like this.
about 7 years.
7 years. You finish
Yeah,
when did you finish your secondary
yeah,
school?
1990. Oh, sorry.
19 ancient of days, 1998.
No, no, no. 2009.
Okay.
2009.
2000. You finished the secondary school
Yeah,
2009
2009.
and you gained admission 2016.
2016. Yeah,
That is
2016.
six or
Seven.
7 years.
7 years.
So you, you, you
7 years.
stayed at home for 7 years looking for admission and you didn't say, oh, thank
But
God.
I mean, that I didn't know that God was going to bring something good
Hmm.
out of that.
What is the something good?
Yeah.
Aw,
Okay.
guys, I am something
Yeah.
good. You don't know, no now.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So then, when I gained admission, I was really happy then, for the fact that at last,
At
at last,
last, the
at
long
last.
awaited
So I didn't
admission
really know
is
that
here.
God was having another intention for me aside from getting admission to study.
Mm,
There was another thing that God has prepared for
plan.
me.
Mm,
So starting that just with intention of, oh, I want to focus on my study.
Focus. He wants to
I want to
focus,
focus on my study,
guys.
like
He
just to
wanted to
focus.
focus.
So then, because that distance, 7 years, I was thinking, God, I need your help. So for that, I said to myself that I need someone or people to move closer, with to study together, to read together, because I realized that I can't really do it alone. I need some people to to move closer. When I pray to God that God should help me to direct me to the right
To lead him
people,
to the
yeah, the
right
right people
people
that I need to move together with, to study together, to
to
pray
help
together.
his academic journey and also his
Yeah,
spiritual journey.
yeah, and God did it. We were
Yeah.
like a group of 10. I really love this family, like
Hmm.
reading together, praying together. God really used them for me. So, one of our classes, then I was going through, no, she said earlier that we have a mutual friend, a friend, a neighbor, and my friend,
Cosmates
my classmate. So I was just going through
and laptop.
laptop. Then I was checking through, and I saw a very beautiful lady in the
Aww.
picture. And I asked her, "Oh, who is this sister?"
Hmm.
And she said, "What happened? She's my neighbor." She replied that my friend. She replied that, "Oh, she's my neighbor." And I said, "Oh,
That was my matriculation picture,
yeah, yeah, a
guys.
matriculation
Because
picture."
then my friend and I, then we snapped during our matriculation, we snapped some matriculation pictures and she saved them on her laptop. So it was going through a laptop and saw one of my
Yeah,
matriculations
and I
pictures.
saw one of our picture, and I said, "Oh, who is this sister? She's really looking good." And I said, she's my neighbor. Who happened?" I said, "Oh, nothing, just admiring her." And then immediately I took off my mind. Like I admired her then, and then I took off my mind. So
And he has not seen me
no, no, no,
physically
I've
then.
not. Yeah,
That was the first time he saw me was my picture. He saw my picture then. He had not seen me physically then.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. So then, as time goes on, we normally do have prayer and studying time. We used to go to their own house. That my our mutual friend. We used to use our place to study our book, to read, and then to pray.
Pray
So that was when I got to see her, like, oh,
physically.
physically. Yeah, oh,
He
this
had
sister.
seen my picture
Then
before.
just, okay, this is your friend. Just greeting, good morning, good afternoon, and that's all. Except when she started selling stuff that I
He
purposely,
patronized.
I patronized
And now
her.
you are agreeing that
No, like I just
it was for a
no,
reason.
not, not just for a reason, but I just my spirit just like to buy things from. My spirit just like to buy things. Even if I don't if I
Mm-hmm.
don't get to see it
Your
from other places,
spirit.
I like buying things from you,
Mm.
then air freshener, egg, and other things. So I was a very good customer to her then. So later I was praying, because then I was like of age, like, okay, at least then I should have a life partner then. So I started praying. I started praying to God. I started praying to God. So, and there was this day that we were having kind of get together in my place. This our group. We're having a get together. I think it was just for
Your
my,
birthday.
it was for my birthday then. And then they came around. We were having a get
His
together.
friends, those that group,
Yeah,
that group of
yeah.
10, they came to his house to celebrate his birthday with him.
So they were throwing all sort of
Questions
questions to
at him.
me, and someone asked, "Okay, oh, who is your crush?" Who's your crush? And then I had only one crush, which was her. So my mind was not really, but sure, she was my crush then, and
So he mentioned my
I
name.
mentioned her name, that, oh, Sister Dami. I'm like, okay, oh. Then
And they were like, is it the same one we know or someone else? Is it the same
I
one?
just said, oh, Sister Dami, you asked for the name, that, okay, just
My
Sister
other name
Dami.
is Oluwadamilola.
Yeah,
So
Sister Dami, no, it's Damilola, so it's just fun, Dami. So I mentioned her name then. So as time goes on, I started praying, like I said earlier, and then I was really convinced. Like, it was not, I was
he
really
was convinced.
yeah, I was convinced within me. So then I told my friend,
Our mutual
yeah,
friend.
our mutual friend about it, that okay, oh, this is what was going on. This is my intention about
For this
our
sister.
neighbor. She now said that, oh, that day that I mentioned her name as my crush, she thought maybe it's another sister. Sorry, I said, oh, yeah, yeah, no, she's your neighbor. And she was like, oh, like she understand. So then I told her my intention that I got a number from,
As at that time, I had gone for my
yeah,
IT.
she
I
had
was
done,
not around.
yeah, she wasn't around, she had gone for her IT. So I got a number because we were not really close, we were not kind of friends, we were not,
It was so
aside from
terrible.
greeting, and buying something from her. So then I I got her number. Then I used to call her, good evening, sister, how are you? Okay. At first, because I had to introduce myself. That who is this?
I
So
didn't have his number at first
yeah,
when he
yeah,
called me.
yeah. So I introduced myself. So then I just used to call, good evening, sister, how are you? How was the day? I just got to say hi, and that's all. No,
That
we
was
don't.
all.
Yeah, that was all. So then I
Just
told,
like I had said in my own
yes,
narration.
yes, yes. So then I try as much as possible. For some weeks I call her like that, and I told her one day that, please, I would like to see you whenever you are around. And I guess that she would know the reason why I wanted to see her. So I was in me like then I was trying to look at a very good way to come in, or maybe to,
To present
yeah, to present the
himself
my
and his
intention.
intention.
So my intention, then I used to practice like, okay, oh, sister, this, that. But brothers, brethren, guys, when the day actually
Came.
came for me to, like, everything went off. All my all my rehearsal. But thank God, sha, because it wasn't just really myself. It was through
God.
conviction. Yeah, I was so convinced through God. And then I told her my intention. I told her my intention, and after some months, though I reduced the level at which I called, so that it won't be as if I'm trying to influence her decision that, okay, oh, I'm calling to remind you, oh yeah, oh, let your response favor me. I left her for a while just for her to pray on, then to you
At
know
least this time we would have even started building
yeah,
friendship this
yes,
period
yes,
of three
yes,
months.
yes,
But
yes.
guys, there was no friendship.
So
We were two total strangers.
so total stranger. Though the day she gave me reply, then I was so happy. But after then, it was, no,
Reality dawned on
like
us.
it was not really easy.
It
Like
wasn't easy. Oh.
it was so boring. Now imagine like calling just 12 seconds in a day. Hello, like, no, we were not really
Just, just,
flowing
just,
with.
just. So
Okay,
that this video won't be too
okay, okay,
long.
okay. We can leave that for next.
Next
No,
video because
because
we don't want to bore you
it
with
was a
our
very
talk.
tough, boring relationship. But thank God today. Yeah,
Who is your best friend?
you of course.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
So, guys, we are best of friends now,
yeah.
but at the beginning, it wasn't like that, and we
It was.
thought we were not going to work out,
Yeah.
but we did to the glory of God.
Well, thank God for that.
So, basically, that is the whole story
Yeah,
of
that's
how
what's
we
sorry
met
for
and
now.
how we started. So, along the line, I think how long did we stay in a relationship before getting married? From
4 years.
2019 to 2023. That's 4 years.
Yeah,
So
4 years.
we were in courtship relationship for 4 years before we got married. So that's God also used that period to teach us so many things, to help us to bond, to help us to build good friendship with ourselves. We had our shares of disagreement a lot of times.
Yeah,
We had our shares of, fights here and there, not physical combats, but disagreements. So,
disagreement. Yeah.
and God built us up in so many ways. Yes, and we can say we are standing. We are
Yeah. Now we are
standing
good together.
only because He made a way.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that is just our testimony,
Yeah.
guys. So thank you for watching us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for watching our video today. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. If you have not subscribed, please, please,
Please do.
please subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our videos. So, till we appear on your screen in our next video,
Don't
don't stop
stop
loving.
loving God. Bye bye.
Bye.
I can't be less of what you made me. I can't be less.